Warning, this content contains foul language, violence, and gore. Enjoy the story. Hi guys, this is Ravenclaw What If. Welcome back to another What If story. Now this is What If Deku was claimed by a female alpha. Well, last time on What If Deku was claimed by a female alpha, you see the picture on the screen, so you know what this is. Will be the final part. The last part didn't, match up to my standards of, view count and likes. I mean, the story might have to shorten my stories a little bit. Not sure yet. It's been going on for a little bit. We'll go into that here in a second. I have to find the playlist, how many parts we actually have of this series. Okay, this would be part 14. I don't know if I'm gonna shorten it because this is officially one of my shortest series that I've created. I know my What If Deku had Jack Frost power, or sorry, my What If Deku had ice quirk called Jack Frost. That was in the 20s. So yeah, I'm not planning to do another series that long unless you guys are digging it. I think because the main reason why the views weren't all that good and like ratio is because the story's getting stale. That's where I get the gist of it, how you interact with the video. So, well, that's pretty much about it. We'll go into the recap now. Last time on, What If Deku was claimed by a female alpha. Izuku, came across. He was in a meeting where they were all discussing if they were really going to rescue Lady Nagant. The council refused. They have other prior matters before they even do that. But Izuku did not like that, so he took actions in his own hands. As he joined forces with Hawks to locate Lady Nagant. After getting out the intel and the dossier of her during the travel to the Tartarus prison. As Lady Nagant met Izuku in his wolf form, later on in his human state, as they were surrounded by General Knox and his men, as Izuku went on face to face with General Knox that he thought he killed. As he's been upgraded, his power is completely useless. At least his electricity at that moment. Izuku did not feel adequate, or he didn't feel he was strong enough to strike him down. As you have in the alien, their head base on Earth. As you have General Knox walking to where Empress Inferno is, as he gets to the room where she's at, as he kneels down. Queen Inferno, he escaped. No matter, General Knox. I'm done. I'm done with this planet. Excuse me, ma'am? I've already made... No matter if he lives or dies. He'll die with this planet. I've moved up our schedule. You don't mean that, do you, ma'am? Yes. I have my drills, key points on Earth. Once they break into the core, we can finally leave and continue on my mission. But ma'am, I could kill him. I must kill him. Silence, slave. And immediately, Knox floats in air as he gets slammed into the wall. As he gets imprinted as Empress, Queen Inferno walks up to General Knox. You will do what you're told. You don't have a say in this, General Knox. I might favor you out of everyone else, but you're still a thing that I can use. And you're more a thing now than ever. You're nothing but a toy. So get in line. Yes, your majesty. As he clenches his fists. All, well, all six of them. So, take General Knox away and reprogram him. Erase everything. You can't do this to me. I've done everything you asked. As General Knox is being dragged off to the laboratories. Pay for this, you hear me? I will get my revenge. As they drag Knox away to be reprogrammed to wipe out his memories and make him a more suitable subject for Empress Inferno. We cut to Island as Izuku is waiting for at his house. As he finally, someone knocks on his door. It's my Hostame. I have it. I have the location. I've already contacted all the council members. I'm about to debrief them now. All right, on my way. As Luna's already there. As the little girl, tugging on Izuku's shirt. Dad, where are you going? Don't worry, dear. Your dad's going to take care of the rude aliens. We finally have what I need to end this once and for all, my sweet daughter. As be careful, Dad. As he ruffles her hair. Don't worry, Yuri. I'm always him. Why don't you look after your sister? Okay, Dad. As she runs off. As everyone waiting for Izuku, as they finally begin their debriefing. As Aqua jumps off of, let's say, jumps off Melissa's shoulder as she's still in her cat form. We have located, through the data you got from their mainframe, we were able to locate several stockpiles. The major one is in Hosu City. As immediately she stopped talking. Oh dear. What's wrong, Aqua? We need to go now. We need to get this stockpile and stop her now. What do you mean? Look outside. I knew she was eventually going to do this, but I figured we would have a lot more time. They see this in the distance, in the city, as immediately it starts producing energy as it's blasting onto the surface of the earth, as it's slowly drilling deeper and deeper to the core. Rika, what is that, Aqua? Those are drills. There's a reason why she's been stockpiling Merla crystals in the newer ones to power those. Kirigiri. Yes, Izuku. I would suggest you contact your boss and tell him to, we might need those Nomus after all. Understood. I'll be back. I'll return. As Kirigiri, portals off to All for One to get ready on their side. He's in Island, but he's not in good condition right now. He's on his deathbed. Son, you handle the stockpile. I'll gather up the vampires and have the pack start immediately assaulting these drills. Then we'll go after the big head herself afterwards. All you need to do is concentrate on getting what you need. Inko, you ready for some fun? She's like, with pleasure. Good. Let's give our son, some time to get what he needs. Understood. Be careful, Izuku. As Inka, rushes over to hug her son, as he does, as he says goodbye to Scarlet, as he hugs her, as take care of yourself, Izuku. You've made me proud. Now go. Come on, Izuku. You're coming with me this time? Of course. I'm not going to leave you alone. It's pained me to have you do several of these missions alone. I don't like it, so I'm not doing it anymore. From now on, I'm always by your side. Okay, Luna, let's go. As Hosu City, it becomes a battleground, as you have the Infernals and her army, as you have the Nomu and all the survivors, as they all out attack. As you have Aqua, as she finally recovers, as she morphs back into her original form, as she's just causing havoc wherever she goes. General Knox on a table, bound, to hold, someone like him. As the one's going to wipe his mind. You shouldn't have crossed the queen. This is your fault. No, it is hers. As immediately he broke free and grabs the alien skull as he crushes it. As he flops to the ground, as General Knox unbinds himself. A warrior, not a tool. All loyalists, come to me. As he contacts, as you have several of the special certain people in the military, as they all got the call, as they all rendezvous with General Knox in an unknown enclosed location. And comrades, our glorious empress or queen, whatever you like to call her, she's betrayed us. Sacrificed many things to get where we are now, and look at what our loyalty brought us. Nothing. I will not be used as some sort of toy, some sort of tool to use as she sees fits. She tends to forget I know quite a bit about these drills. Destroy the drills, kill everyone you see, and if you see a human with long green hair, he is mine. No harm must come to him. Do you understand, soldiers? Understood, General. Move out. As they begin to move out, as they begin assaulting, as they hear the Izuku's faction, quite surprised by this, but they're not questioning it at the moment. It's all hands on deck. They'll worry about that at a later date. For right now they're staying out of their way. Yes, some things keep popping up. Give me a second, guys. Izuku finally got to the location as there was a few guards as Izuku just ripped off their head. Off the body as he drops it to the ground. As Luna kicks the door open. As what Izuku sees is like hundreds of, even thousands of these crystals. All gathered. All sorts of color. All the red and green crystals. As Izuku has a smile on his face. Stand back, dear. I don't know what's going to happen. As Luna grabs onto Izuku's hand, be careful, my love. I want you to be alive to help me raise our daughters, our family. Understood, dear. Don't worry. I don't think this is gonna kill me. I think. I don't like that I think comment. I know, dear, but it has to be done. I know. As she kisses him as they break from their passionate kiss, as Izuki steps in the middle of the room, immediately he starts hovering off the ground, his arms stretched out, as his body is emitting electricity, as all the more like crystal starts to glow, bright green and bright red. There's a bright flash of green and red, as Luna couldn't see, as she puts her hands over her face to shield. As immediately when the shine stops, as you have Izuku hovering in air still, emitting red and green lightning, as his eyes are glowing green, pure green. His irises and the white part of his eyes is pure green, as it's glowing brightly. As Luna sees all the crystals, as they all look like white crystals, as Izuku siphoned all their power into his body. It's time to end this, love. It's time to free our planet from this invader, this inferno. Luna gets thrown as Luna flies into the wall, as General Knox tail swiped her out of his way. I knew you would come here, human. This is a perfect scenery for our last battle. Good. You're far more powerful now. Now you could be a proper challenge. Come at me, human. As immediately Izuku rushes General Knox as he socks him across the face, igniting electricity through his hands. As General Knox felt that, well, he can't really feel anything because he's a robot now, but he's mechanical, but yeah, he knows that damaged him as he goes flying out of the warehouse. As Luna's like, I don't like that guy. I want him dead. I think I'm gonna kill him. Luna, allow me. You know what? Let's take him together. After all, you are my mate. We should do everything together. As Luna has a devilish grin, as she gets up, pulls Izuku to kiss him. I couldn't agree more, my love. Let's put the hurt on him. With pleasure. Luna and Izuku tag team General Knox, as Luna rips off one of his arms, as Izuku starts throwing red lightning bolts at General Knox as he's getting demolished. He finally knocked Luna out of the way. She goes flying across the road, right into a car as it explodes. As General Knox, laughs. She's like, this is what we're talking about. The thrill of battle. Perfect. You humans are truly worthy opponents. As his arm starts to slowly grow back from nanites. What is your name, both of you? Name's Izuku, and that's my partner, Luna. I'll let you on a little surprise, General Knox. And what's that, Izuku? I'm not human. General Knox sees Izuku start shifting into a wolf as it starts emitting green and red electricity. So does Luna as she turns into her lichen form as they both rush General Knox. as they begin moving too fast for General Knox to keep up, as they're ripping him to shreds. As you have, Luna has already been contacting her pack as they finally arrive, as they all shift into their wolf form, as they all surround General Knox. As immediately when the Alpha went for a went to attack, as all the pack starts attacking, ripping General Knox to pieces. As Izuku jumps in the air, as he emits a electricity blast out of his mouth, vaporizing what's left of General Knox, as there's no remains left, as Izuku vaporized General Knox to nothingness. He shifts back to his human form. That was interesting. I didn't know you contact the pack. Of course I did. You might want to change. Or dress. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy the view and all, but I'm the one who's supposed to allow to see you that way. Of course. Very well. Well, anyone have a spare set of clothes, or were my old ones? Yeah, those are kind of rips. Here, as you know, they gave Izuku some clothes. Much better. We need you on the battlefield. The Nomus are engaging, but we can't hold the line for much longer. All right, Momo, what's the situation on your team? Mina's helping Bakugo, and the rest of the Class 1A students are old Class 1A, I guess. They're all on the battlefield. We're doing our part. We need your assistance. Of course. What's the situation on the vampires? They're doing fine. The other packs are doing pretty good themselves. It's just we just don't have the strength that your people have. How's the situation on those drill things? We've took out a few of them. There's a bunch scattered all throughout the earth, but we believe that if we take out the ruler and shut them down, we should be safe. Good. It's time we finally end this play, this charade. It's time we go kill ourselves a queen. Get to Hosu. Well, they get to a part where they have to get through several ways of units to get through. You know, to get to the capital where the Empress is being held, where she's at right now. Inferno. As immediately, several of the sentient droids, the sentient droid race, they immediately start betraying the Empress, started killing their own troops. As Data walks up to Izuku. Ah, there you are, Izuku. Seems like you're finally at our endgame. Indeed, Data. Shame what happened to General Knox. I personally didn't like him, but I respected him. He was a threat. I took care of it. I know. Man, ever since you've been... You Lycans are so aggressive. No matter. I suggest that drill over there, the eye sort. I believe you definitely have enough juice to take it out. What do you mean? If my intel is right, you went to Hosu City for the stockpile, right? Yeah. Well, that's one of the biggest stockpiles in Japan. So you plenty have enough energy in your grasp to take out a lot of these all at once. You're just gonna have to amp up your chain lightning. It's that technique you call chain lightning. It's a fascinating technique, but nevertheless, the floor is yours, Izuku. I'll handle, ordering the troops. We'll get this done. We won't be chained to the Empress no longer. Until we meet again. If you survive. Good day, Izuku. Well, that's Data I've been hearing about. He's no older than. He looks like a kid. I know, it was it was confusing at first when I first met him in my jail cell. You haven't really said much what happened during your time there. Don't worry, when it's all over, I'll tell you in great detail, my love. You better. Now, get to work. As Izuku, as he used chain lightning, a upgrade version of chain, a upgrade version of it, as immediately it starts to emanate mixture between green and red. As Izuku shoots out, as there's a wind pressure gusting through the air, as several of the people close up felt that. They weren't knocked off their feet, but it was quite powerful. As everyone sees a thing of lightning hitting the drill, immediately several beams of electricity starts going to separate areas. As Izuku's using chain lightning on a scale that normally he wouldn't be able to do, but because he's supercharged, yeah, he's wrecking them all as the chain lightning or the chain thunder, whatever you like to call it, goes across the world as it destroys all the drills all at once. Back to her base as she stares at the window as all, ma'am, the drills are all, I know. They'll pay. They ruin everything. Damn you, human. I know you had something to do with this, Izuku. As the portal opens up behind her. And I have to deal with this idiot. Kirigiri, and All for One steps out of the portal. You honestly think I was gonna allow you kill my successor and I would not pay you back for that, bitch? Die! All for One's arm starts to grow humongous as he socks Infernal out of the window as she goes flying, hitting several buildings as you All for One floating in the air. As he immediately has using his wind quirk, well, one of the wind quirks, as he's blasting wind pressures at Inferno. As Inferno has a psychic barrier over herself, as those wind pressures don't do shit. We need to hurry up. She's nearby. I can feel it. As we come to a scene, as Izuku sees first don't know who this guy is, but judging by Kirigiri next to him, as Kirigiri's on the ground, his brace is like shattered but not destroyed. As you have All for One, as he's being lifted in air, as Izuku sees Inferno, as she has All for One by the throat. Goodbye, human. As she's about to she crushes his windpipe, as All for One falls dead to the ground. You've put a wrench in my plans for far too long, Izuku. Human. I'm gonna kill you personally. He stares up at Inferno as she's hovering it up in air on purpose. As she's like, I like you in that position, beneath me. Yeah, keep talking, lady. You're as good as dead as General Knox. Izuku jumps up in air as he begins battling Inferno, as their battle is very vicious and very intense. As each shockwave, as buildings are starting to crumble around them, as windows are shattering, as the ground is shaking. grabs Midoriya by the face as she needs him, as she blasts some sort of energy through her hand, as Izuku goes flying into a building as it crumbles onto him. You stupid lower life form. I did not survive a millennium to be killed by something like you. Something inferior. Rubble comes as Izuku pulls the rubble off him. That was not pleasant. You have a high opinion of yourself, Queenie. But you made a mistake coming here. You should have you should have bypassed this planet. The moment you decide to try to evade this planet, the moment that you sign your own death warrant. Fighting humans. You're fighting humans, vampires, werewolves, lycans, and majority of your own people. Look at it. Look at your subjects, why don't you? You're clearly not a good ruler, because if you were, your people wouldn't betray you the way they did. After all, one of your own high members of your little faction has been betraying you for a very long time. You're referring to Data. I'll deal with him after I kill you. As she lunges at Izuku, as Izuku socks her across the face, as she goes flying, as Izuku appears behind her, as he kicks her in the back, as she goes flying back where she came from, as Izuku uppercuts her, as she goes flying in the air, as Izuku immediately starts throwing red lightning bolts at her, as she begins to scream out in pain, as he's doing a barrage of lightning bolts throwing at her, as you can see cracks in her skin, I guess you would call it, exoskeleton, falls down to the ground as she struggles to get up. Is that all you got, human? There's gonna be a lot. You're gonna have to do a lot more to kill me. Data grabs her from behind. Izuku, now! Are you crazy, Aqua? If I do it now, you will die. So be it. She's caused enough problems in the universe. If I have to die, so be it. Do it! Crazy Aqua, you'll die with me. That's the plan, sister. We are the same being. You shouldn't be doing this. Helping these creatures. Shut up and die. He rushes towards Aqua and Inferno as he immediately does a palm strike in her chest. As immediately a burst of electricity shoots out of Aqua's back, piercing both of them, as Inferno dies on that spot, as Izuku crushes her skull, as he catches Aqua, as she coughs her blood. She starts coughing a lot of blood, and she's like, thanks, I can finally rest now. Why did you do that? There was a way to kill her without killing you. No, there wasn't. As long as one of us survives, the other one will live. This was always going to happen. You planned to die this whole time, did you? Exactly, Izuku. Data walks over to Izuku. My friend, I'm sorry, this is where we're going to have to say our goodbyes. Data. It's alright, Aqua. We've known each other for a while. I knew this day would come eventually. It's just, it saddened me that it came so soon. Please, look after these humans. They need a guiding hand. Understand. I will do as you say. I will help these humans. After all, my people has caused them quite a havoc. They're going to have a hard time getting back where they were. It's going to be a long road, but they'll get there eventually. As Data slowly disappears in blue light, as Izuku and Data looks at the sky, as she sees, Aqua dissipating in the air. Izuku, yeah, Data, the main threat is done, but there's still loyalists out there. Don't worry, Data. The Pax will hunt them down and kill them all. And with the help of the vampires, this won't take long. We'll hunt them down and eradicate them. Understood, Izuku. Let me mourn for my friend. Give me some time, and I'll meet you back at Island. Understood, Data. And I'm sorry I had to do that. I did not want to kill Aqua. I know, Izuku. She's not truly dead. What do you mean, Data? As long as I still remember her, she'll never die. Understood, Data. Yet again, I am sorry. As Izuku walks off, as over the years, Izuku, Luna, the Pack, and the Covenant begin hunting down the Loyalists all through Japan. As that's as far as Izuku went with this. As the rest of the Pack took on the cause. As slowly over the years, the Loyalists were hunted down and killed. As the human race slowly begins to rebuild, they can't go back to the technology that they were at before, but they'll get there eventually. They have to start from square one. As Izuku and the pack that he belongs to with Luna, as they separated themselves from the humans. As Izuku he wants to raise his daughter how a werewolf should be raised, as Luna was very keen on that. After the events were over, they were going to go off in the wilderness and spend their lives peacefully. As they would get several visitors from family. He's not going to distance himself. He's not going to cut himself from all contact with the humans. But he wants to spend time with his daughter alone, with his pack. But in case something happens, Izuku will always return to protect. To protect Japan. But Izuku knows as long as his sister has that quirk, the humans are in good care. As long as Jade has one for all, the human in their race they're in good hands. Izuku several years later, as he has Luna's wrapped around Izuku's waist. Well, Izuku's wrapped around Luna's waist. As they're both staring on their pack, as they're on a hillside, as you see the pack in their little village out in the wilderness. Despite everything happened, dear, I've been happiest as I ever been. I have my pack safe. I have two beautiful daughters. a loving mate, and we have peace. I never would I would never have thought of that brief encounter we've had. Me kidnapping you would turn into this. As she turns around to stare at Izuku, as she gets closer, I'll be quite busy soon, my love. What do you mean, Luna? Simple. I'm with child again. Hopefully this one will be a son this time around, Izuku. Don't get me wrong, I love my daughters. I love our daughters, but I've always wanted a son. As Izuku smiles, says, Me too. Me too, Luna. Let's go. As they walk back to their village, as the scene cuts out. That's the end of the series. Hope you guys have a good night and day. Judge my time zones. I'll catch you in the next video.